Coach, a comment on Martucci and his condition. We
Yeah,
learned that he's torn his ACL and will be out for some
yeah.
time.
I think it's really tough for all of us, for the whole group. He was in a really good spot the last couple of weeks, and in all the training session since the beginning of the season. So yeah, at the end now he's out for long term, and what we can say is we will support him. I had a good conversation with him in person in the morning today, so we will support him. The whole club will support him to help him that he's coming back stronger.
So can we anticipate Stokes taking that role as the backup to
Yeah,
Cornell?
yeah. So Carlos is clear; he's playing tomorrow, and Aiden Stokes is sitting on the bench.
Yeah, and can you just talk about obviously a very emotional match on
Yeah.
Wednesday? You guys, the effort was there, didn't go your way. Now you have to play these guys again 3 days later in a different competition. Have you ever had an experience like this? And do your tactics change? Is it more of the same, but hold on for the last 20? Like,
Yeah,
how do
we
you
will
approach a
see.
game like
I
this?
can't talk now in detail about our tactical plan
Fair
for
enough.
tomorrow, of course. But of course, we were very disappointed about the result, and but on the other side, with the performance was really good, and the intensity, the way how we played, how we in our defense behavior, and also then in a lot of good moments when we had the ball. So, but at the end, okay, a little bit unlucky, especially with the last moment. I think what we have to improve, and this is the main part, is the main topic then as well, that we have to be very aggressive, but without stupid fouls. That's important because they have the quality in set pieces. We know that. Yeah, and tomorrow, new game against Philly. It's I don't know if I had this experience in the past to play two times in 3 days with in different competitions. I don't know, but tomorrow league's game, so we have to be ready against them in our stadium tomorrow, and this is what we want to show.
Next, go to Joe Pantorno on Zoom.
Hey, Sandro, hope you're well. Is there a update on Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting?
Big question. So we have some questions for tomorrow. So Omar Valencia sick, Sofo sick, Ronnie Donko sick, then Chupo, big question, Tim Parker, big question. So we had Cam Harper is clear out, Lewis Morgan is clear out, AJ is clear out. So we have to decide everything tomorrow morning. A short time for our recovery from the last game now for tomorrow. So we have to decide tomorrow, and then to be ready with our starting lineup, and also then with our options on the bench.
Next, we go to Anthony Merced.
Hey, Coach. I know it hasn't been too long of a time since this last game has passed, but can you help me understand just how much you think this team learned the experience of the dramatic performance that was the game in Philadelphia?
Yeah, for us it was not to go in the game and to see that as a learning game or something like that. So for us was more okay. It's an important game for us. It was an important game for us last Wednesday, and with all these games which we had the last couple of weeks, and with some rotations which we need, that's necessary with our schedule. And of course, it's after that it's a great experience for us. But not only to think about the experience, and our expectation is always okay to bring our best performance on the pitch. So with each starting lineup, and I think we had a good performance, a really good performance against a really good team with their quality. And now what I said is tomorrow to be ready again against Philly. It's first on top today at this moment in on the table, and it's a good opportunity for us directly to play against them in our stadium.
Go to Mark.
Can you talk about Morales and his experience missing the Wednesday game after missing practice? Is he back in the fold for Saturday?
Yeah, he's back. So that's then the clear consequence for short term, which is normal. So, but we discussed this on Thursday directly, and now he's available, and then we will see how how it works then tomorrow, starting lineup or the
Was this
option.
the first time this happened with this player?
Yeah, we had some issues in the past, but now we are looking forward. I think that's important, and everyone knows me now that we have to be very disciplined in our behavior off the field, on the field, and he's a young guy, and it's also sometimes not so easy for young guys to come here in new culture, and then this is sometimes it needs time to be honest, and but he has the potential. That's clear, and we talked so many times about that. But at the end, it's clear you have to be very, very professional off the field, and but he's doing steps. Tuesday was not the best moment to come too late, but it's okay. That can happen. But now to look forward, and he's clear in our roster for tomorrow.
Next, we go to Dan Florentine on Zoom.
Good afternoon, Sandro. Hope you're doing well. If I can ask you about Kyle, obviously I know you said after the match, after the blow up you had with him when you subbed him out, that everything's okay. Did you have any further conversation with him today from the match on Wednesday? And I know, as you said, Aiden Stokes will be the backup. Is there maybe a possibility to contact Ryan Mera just for a short term to come out of retirement, just to be backup? And
Ryan Mera, I have seen him in the morning today in our facility. And my first question is, no, I know why you are coming here. So no, I'm pretty sure that he will not sit on the bench as a firefighter for us. So, but he was here and was great to see him always because great character, and we had a good conversation today. And with Kyle, I had a conversation with him on Wednesday directly, and we had a conversation, a meeting with the team, with the whole team today in general about this behavior, because it's not necessary to have this behavior, and we want to play aggressive, we want to play very intensive, that's clear, but in a very smart way. I think that's important, and this is professional, but okay. Some emotions can happen in the game, and this is what we have to learn from, that we don't need this reaction in the game, because then you get the pressure, then you need the substitution, especially then on Wednesday you had only six field players on the bench, and I think, but I'm pretty sure he's learning about that, but we talked in general with the whole team about that, yeah.
Next, we go to Joe Pantorno.
Hey, sorry to just go back on this, but just judging what you said off of Trupo, is that to suggest that this maybe necessarily isn't serious or potentially a long-term thing?
Yeah, we will see. We have to look, first of all, day by day, and tomorrow is the next check. It's a big question for tomorrow, so we will see. So tomorrow we know a little bit more. Hopefully it's getting better and better, and then we will see how we can decide tomorrow.
Next, we go to Gary.
Gary.
Gary, can't hear you.
Every time.
When you work in IT.
We'll, Gary still can't hear you. We'll go to Anthony and come back to Gary.
Hey, Coach. So many of the games recently have been defined by the margins, like small little things that happen in the game. How are you talking to the teams about how to handle those and figure out a way to make sure that those things fall your way in the future?
I believe always in our group. So first of all, and when we are talking about that, then I'm pretty sure that we see this development then as well the next couple of weeks. I hope we start directly tomorrow at the end, because it's important always to play 11 against 11, and that you don't need a substitution because you have to be careful of a red card. But I think when we always, it's also a little bit different here with the fines, because this is more from the MLS side, and it's not like maybe in Europe the coach can say, okay, you have to pay a lot. It's different here. So it's a lot of conversation, but that's okay. That's my responsibility. That's my job, to talk with the guys every time about development, about what we have to improve, about what was good. And we talked also things from the last game which were very, very good. It was not only that we start talking about the behavior, start talking about some set pieces. We talked also about which was good directly after the game. So we took a lot of positive things from the game against Philly and also against Salt Lake. I would say the last couple of weeks after Chicago, the Leagues Cup game, and now to play with whole confidence, to believe in ourselves and our quality tomorrow, and then to show that we can bring this performance against a good team again.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. If anybody has any, we'll go to Anthony.
Come on, Gary, I want to know your question.
I'll keep asking until Gary figures out his audio situation. You know, yeah. So there's not a lot of games left to figure out your way into the playoffs at this point. How important is it that results happen now versus development of the team?
Yeah, I know, and of course, when I'm doing your job and also when I'm coming every 2 weeks as a supporter in the stadium, and I would also only thinking result. Of course, especially last period of the season, it's important. Of course, we know that, but in our daily work, in our daily job, and also our motivation. To be honest, I can say the sentences maybe 2 or 3 times. Okay, we need these 3 points, but when the guys hearing that every day in 8 hours, every 1 hour, every time the same sentence, I would say could be not the best motivation. So for me, it's more the best motivation. Okay, to talk about our performance, to talk about our energy level, about intensity, and I'm pretty sure then when we bring our performance, when we bring our level on the field, then the end product is then the result. And of course, we are looking on the table after the game, and we are looking for the results, and we are playing for the results. But it makes no sense in my experience only to talk about what can happen after the game. So we have to think about what do we need.
Finish up with Gary.
Yes, Gary, that's great. Great finish.
My only question is that you're dealing with a veteran side like Philadelphia, that's in the mentality of your young crew. Have you spoken to the team about the mind games that the Union plays to keep them out of the game to become effective?
I didn't understand everything now, but I try to answer, Gary. So the young group, yeah, we talked, but for me was not. I don't want to separate our team now. Okay, young and old, and these guys. So at the end, the whole group and how we played, this was top, and we will see tomorrow who's available, and then we will. I'm pretty sure that we will bring a starting lineup who's able to bring the best performance. And of course, we talked about with our young players about development, individual development, and I think we have seen this now a lot of times. That is good performance, and we need everyone. That was last year the same, this year the same. We need everyone to bring everyone in a top spot from the mental side, and also from the performance on the pitch.